the third one I'm considering, I don't know if I'm going to do it or not, is no, like, irrelevant missions, meaning missions that are just N7 missions or fetch quests or things that don't contribute anything to the story, and only focus on the mandatory missions, DLC missions, and missions that, like, introduce an old squad member like Jack or Jacob or Grunt, Samara, those missions. Oh, Tatford. I always remember to do that, but since I'm talking, I'm not thinking about it. Okay, so, we're definitely going to want some points into here, boost some health. And duration or power damage. I prefer the power damage, but real quick, we need some incinerate. Shepard is taking steps like Jason. Anderson, you run so funny. Love the cinematics in this game. Yeah, they are amazing. Can't wait for the new one. Oh my gosh. We're gonna get some news, man. We're gonna get some info at E3. I am sure of it. Okay, I'm gonna put one rank in a few of these, just so I have access to them. There's no Marauders here, no sense in using Overload. Oh, Fitness has some shields, of course it does. Gonna buff it up this way a little bit. And I'm gonna want the area incinerate radius. Yeah, I'm hoping for gameplay, but BioWare has been very, very quiet on all of it. Yeah, let's get a better drone, shall we? And shield recharge rate. You know what? Let's just max this out right now. Because I'm going to do that at some point anyway, and I'm going to max my survivability right now. Let's do power damage. Overload is huge. Crowd control, yeah it is. But it's not great on non-shielded unless you get it up to here for neural shock. Until then it doesn't really help unless you're fighting synthetics or shielded enemies. And I could, you know, I could have done it that far. And I really like Cryoblast a lot. With double chain stuns, yeah. Yeah, I usually pick both the chain ones. I sometimes go for this on squad members just so I can have a squad member that can do a lot of damage to like heavily shielded enemies. But for Shepard I like this one a lot. Okay. What else is next here? Force and damage of squad mate powers, power damage and weight capacity. I think the weight capacity appeals to me more than force and damage. Because this is still power damage, not as much, but it's something, and the weight converts into recharge. So, actually even the stagger is good. Red, that would have been bitch to beat, I assume. I've seen a Twitch stream where someone had to use only the Vanguard's charge power on Insanity on the Asari Monastery. Yeah, but was it Iron Man? I don't think so. The shield damage one is a bit of a waste since you do so much shield damage anyway. Yeah, but it's useful on Atlases and Geth Primes and things like that. Vanguard, I like to play as. Shield damage will strip the berry off of Phantom. Yeah. Yeah, I like how they made Overload actually do damage to barriers in this game. Oh yeah, Defense Matrix. Let's get that going a little bit. Increase shield restoration. Yeah, that's a defensive choice there. Okay, and we'll level up a little bit as we go. And fun fact, you can also level up Anderson, not right now, but when you are defending yourself, you can actually level him up. And he's got some great powers, but it's pointless because that fight that you use him on, it doesn't last very long. Let's put that there. Cryo drone. Oh no, I always have drone in the first slot. Sorry guys, this is a bit of management for a second. Drone, incinerate, overload, cryo, shield, and that's the last one. Infiltrator for me, killer.
Let's go.
Padford fights all the Phantoms.
You read me? I'm patching in Shepard.
We're almost to the Normandy.
Okay. Defense Matrix is active. Gonna do another playthrough as a Biotic and a Soldier at some point.
Take him out.
Hey, Carnagepanda.
Shoot him. I'm out of ammo. Come on, we gotta move.
On my PC, I'm gonna start the whole series again. You got a new PC, Killa? My hotkeys are a bit off, I think. What does this button do? Let's see. It does that? Interesting.
Don't let him grab you.
Do I have to melee to get past this tutorial? Yep. Though Vanguard's a lot more fun in Mass Effect 3, indeed, because of Nova. Mass Effect 3 combat is less about facing overwhelming numbers and more about facing harder enemies and damage and health. Yep. I found that to be true. Built a new gaming PC. Nice! Nice, Killa.
Watch it.
I've never used Vanguard. Feels too OP for me.
Through this way.
Well, if you don't do the abusive tactics, then it's a bit more balanced, I guess. Nova charge all day, every day.
Hey.
It's a bit easier to be any class you want in this game because you're not strapped to a certain weapon set. Because the Vanguard doesn't have to use shotguns.
Come on, you've got to get out of here.
You can do assault rifles or
Take my hand.
whatever.
You can't help me.
Shepard,
Yeah,
in here.
if Nova didn't have like ridiculously stupid synergy with charge, then Redline, how do you survive the blast? Well, Redline, if you watch the documentary for Indoctrination Theory, you'll see that they found the kid actually runs into the building right before the Reaper blows it up.
I won't be responsible.
Now, that tunnel that he was in is still intact, so he could have been in there when the blast hit, but the heat would be crazy, especially with a structure like that.
You're not responsible for the ones that die.
I love playing with my friends because I was an engineer and they were a soldier and a biotic and we would kick ass, so yeah. Mass Effect 3 multiplayer is all I played when the game first came out. I have a friend who has never done the campaign ever and he's only done multiplayer. And it's really weird playing with him because I'll like reference the story and I'm like, oh yeah, you haven't played it.
We need to go to the Citadel. Talk.
Redline, we've been over this.
The Citadel. The fight's here.
Yeah, you may have been here when we were talking about Indoctrination Theory.
The Reapers will destroy everything if we don't stop them. The Council.
Oh yeah, I think you were one of the bigger
You sure about that?
people discussing it.
No, but you were a Council Spectre.
But 40 hours into it,
That has to count for
before I even
something.
touched single player. Like the tactics, engineered infiltrators best for that gameplay. Sentinel's also too OP later in the game. Yeah,
I owe you one.
More than one.
I love Sentinel.
Grab some ammo.
It might be my favorite class. Like how ammo can prime explosions in Mass Effect 3. Yeah. There's just so many explosions. Dang.
We've made it to the Normandy, taking heavy fire. Oh god! They're gonna
They call these Sovereign class Reapers, or capital ships. That's an Alliance Dreadnought. Okay, that's the biggest ship the Alliance can make, and that's the Reaper. That's the Sovereign class Reaper. And it's not like the Alliance can just pop these out like candy. I mean, they only have maybe a couple dozen at most. Probably not even that. Cheers, everyone. Killa, does that mean you're leaving, or you just, you know,
Normandy, we're going to reroute.
just-
Do you copy?
just cheering to cheer?
Normandy, come in. Friendlies. You two all right?
1 kilometer.
Get down. They'll see
I don't
you.
know how big the standard capital ships are, but Sovereign was 2 kilometers. Okay, defense matrix needs to stay on. I might need to reset my hotkeys because they're kind of messed up.
Head down.
My overload, or incinerate has radius.
Finish them all.
And okay. I use buttons on my mouse for my hotkeys, so they're kind of confuddled.
Over here.
200 meters for a dreadnought, 2 kilometers for a sovereign class. Oh, taking a drink. All right, kill it. Cool, cool. I wish I had one to join you.
What happened here?
I think someone needs to pop a
We barely made it.
pop a Sino for the Titans to hot drop o'clock those
There's
Reapers.
one in the gunship, but it's gonna be crawling with those things.
It took me a second to focus.
Stay here, son.
That is
We'll
a
get you
big
out of
ship.
here.
Yeah. And the reason why dreadnoughts are so long is
Let's get to the
because
gunship.
the entire ship is basically built the length of the gun they use. That's why they have to be that big. It's just one long gun that runs the entire length of the dreadnought.
What the hell are those things?
Okay, Anderson. Yep, here he is. He can actually get a butt ton of health. Alliance Admiral. Yeah, he can get to like... Okay, maybe it's just shields. Killa, thank you for the host, my friend. I had a Twitch alert set up for hosting, but it's not working. But I see it here in the chat, so thanks, man. Overload, incinerate, repeat until dead. Just some blue moon. That's good, that's good. This is set up for disruptor ammo, but it's a passive ability, so it's kind of weird. Like, even the images, like, this is squad disruptor ammo, headshots, but it's his... Yeah. Anyway, I can get incendiary ammo for a Shepard, and get a frag grenade for Anderson. Increase the grenade count. Increases recharge for that, so I can do explosions. Anderson can get more health and shields than James. Yeah, James gets a lot of HP, but I can make it that much. Yeah, that's as much as he can get. 1313. You can't really see it, but he has 1050 health and 1313 shields. I might need to move this webcam here if it's in the way. I will just do that. And sure, since he's not going to be used anywhere else. It would have been awesome if you could have Anderson as a squad member in the end of the game. Like, you use him here, and then use him again at the end. Alright, this should do it. I don't have area overload just yet. Anderson used to be a Spectre, indeed. Indeed he did. It didn't explode. James might get more. Yeah, he might. Javik has a skill named Glitch. 2 of his evolutions are swapped for a name. Sometimes the powers do that. Sometimes they're just messed up. Okay, Anderson, you take care of him. I'll burn that guy. They don't keep coming, do they? Usually I just kind of blaze through this. Oh, I forgot for Anderson to activate his... Maybe I did. I've already done it. The ending was perfect. Need not Anderson did the eating need. Need not Anderson did the... Wow. I'm having a hard time reading your stuff, Redline. Maybe just be me. It would be nice to the plot if Anderson could be a squad member. Yeah, it would have made sense. Saren ruined his Spectre evaluation, so Anderson was never a Spectre. Oh, technically, yeah, he was never a
Normandy,
Spectre.
this is Anderson. Do you read?
But he was nominated. He was being evaluated by Saren, essentially, or
By a downed gunship
something
in
like
the
that.
harbor. I'm
If you read
activating
the,
distress beacon. Send
one of the
support.
books, it talks about
We've got
that.
wounded down here.
Doesn't matter, Anderson was still in 7, which means he's the toughest of the tough in terms of
Damn
humans.
it, I lost the signal.
Anderson's also one of the most experienced soldiers
And fast. We've
in the
got cover.
Alliance. He's seen more fights than, like, anybody. Next to Shepard, maybe. I think he fought First Contact. Okay, so this sequence doesn't really end until you burn all your ammo. You can fight them forever, but if you don't burn through all your ammo, I don't think it really ends. It might, but based on what I've seen, for me, it just goes until you lose ammo. So let's have him do that. And I'll just start shooting. Humans had 9 at this point. 9 dreadnoughts. Human dreadnoughts are 1 kilometer or so long. Alright. Oh! Gonna need to pop that defense matrix. That guy is ready to blow up. Or not.
Hope they get there soon. You and me both.
Let's bring up defense matrix again.
Running out of ammo.
Okay, pistol. Aaron Mon. This song. Yeah, this song is used at the very end of the game again. Hello, Aaron Mon. Thank you for being a part of the stream. It really have an end, but it's like a marathon. Yeah, and I don't want to fight any longer than I have to. So I'm just gonna shoot until I'm out. The incendiary ammo is not really... Oh, it's not even on my pistol. There we go. Out of ammo, and the Normandy should be coming in. Any minute now. There we go. Shepard could probably defeat Anderson, but Anderson is a beast in the lore. That's hard to say. Technically, Shepard is younger. Shepard's like 31 or 32 years old at this point in Mass Effect 3. Anderson's probably older. I know because I just used pull for a long time. He was in First Contact, yeah. He's 32, yeah. Look at Shepard be all like, me and my Avenger rifle gonna hold down this raft in the middle of the river.
Shepard!
You betcha.
Come on!
I'm not going.
You know what would have been interesting is
You saw those men back there. There's a million more like them, and they need a leader.
you could convince Anderson to come with you, but because he comes with you and doesn't stay on Earth, he'd make the fight, when you get to Earth, a lot more difficult, more enemies, more objectives to do, longer missions. Of course, people would just pick Anderson to be a squad member, I guess. So that wouldn't really work.
We're in this fight together!
Now it
It's a fight we
begins.
can't win.
Ain't
Not
no
without
one
him.
better than Commander Shepard.
We need every species and all their ships to even have a chance.
Anderson's
at-
49, oh man.
Talk to the council.
He's almost old enough to be the
Convince them
daddy.
to help us.
What if they won't listen?
Then make them listen. Now go. That's an order.
I don't take orders from you anymore, remember?
Consider yourself reinstated. Commander.
Keith David, the voice actor for Anderson, also
You know what you
did
have to
the
do.
Arbiter in Halo.
I'll be back for you, and I'll bring everything
The ending
I
was
can.
perfect.
Good luck.
You too, Shepard.
Yeah. He would have been the oldest human squad member. Unless you count Zaid. Zaid might be older. I just pulled up the timeline, Sophiston. Tadford, you just took Shamrock's job. He used to pull up a bunch of lore back in Mass Effect 1. When we were still on that game, Shamrock would pull up like all these random facts. It was funny. 2186 Mass Effect 3, born in 2137. So, if Shepard is 32, then Shepard was born in 2154? Yeah, it's like one of the only times you see Shepard really affected by someone dying. Well, besides, like, squad members in Mass Effect 2, Suicide Mission. Hey, something's wrong with my overlay. The Ironman Insanity logo is not there. What's that about? F you, Star Child. Yeah, screw that Star Child, man. I meant working can take over for me tonight. Okay. Oh my gosh, Sophiston. Yeah, it's like... Man. The people who were behind the sound did a fantastic job with the score for this game. Sour Cream, you ate the logo? I know what you dipped it in, too. You monster.
What the hell's going on? Where's Anderson? Where are we going?
Okay, yeah, this is our first impression of James Vega,
Hey!
We're leaving.
and it's not a great one.
Leaving?
What's going on?
Anderson wants us to go to the Citadel. Get help for the fight.
Bullshit, he wouldn't order us to leave.
Yeah, you were gonna shut up.
He can see what's going on. Without help, this war's already over.
Then you can drop me off at the nearest depot, cause I'm...
Stow it, Lieutenant. You don't want to go. We get it. But this isn't a
Seriously,
democracy.
James.
We're going to the Citadel. You want out, you can catch a ride back.
Always
from
has the
there.
great music, but 3 is definitely the best. Yeah, they really
Joker, that you?
made the music grand and big sounding. It was more round and just big, which is nice because it reflected the war that was happening. It had a more epic scale to it. The Mass Effect 1 score is really good too because it's
Anderson's already ordered me to the Citadel.
how do I describe it? When I watched some stuff on the development of Mass Effect 1, they described the music as being as incorporating the technology into the sound, so it has some kind of futuristic, like techno-ish sounds to it. Like the music sounded like you could make it with a synthesizer or a
Joker,
computer
set a course for the Mars
instead of
Paradise.
instruments.
Mars. Roger that.
Yeah, James, I mean, he's annoying right here, but
This is local.
Why Mars? What does he think?
he
we'll
really
find there?
improves towards
I
the
don't
end.
know yet. But if it helps us win this war,
Or just in the middle. I mean,
grab your gear.
Clint Mansell for the win. Hey, Firelight. Heard Mass Effect 3 soundtrack be sampled for TV shows and stuff. Dude, Leaving Earth? The track for Leaving Earth is played everywhere. Like, I can't think of examples. Oh, one was on, what's that show? Oh my gosh, they're 2 comedy guys. I can't think of their names. Keegan Peele.
I've been trying to reach Mars on secure channels. No one's answering.
It's like John Williams in Mass Effect 3.
Any sign of Reaper activity?
A lot of people hate James. He is one of the better humans in the whole series.
Appears to be online.
Yeah, he's kind of a
All the
meathead.
inhabitants were evacuated.
He's...
We'll know soon enough.
I can see why he's here. He's here for the new players, because he has no idea. He was not with Shepard. He doesn't
We're
know
almost there.
a lot of stuff that he did, so he's like, so hey, Protheans, that's like the old aliens, right? And Shepard's like, oh yeah, Protheans, they're blah, blah, blah. Here, James, let me explain it to you. So he's there to kind of help the new players understand things. They use Payday 2 soundtrack on Japanese TV shows a lot. Man, Japan steals all our crap. That's okay, because we steal theirs too. He's a Jersey
Still no
Guido.
contact from the base, but we've got a massive storm headed our way.
Freddie Prinze Jr., yeah.
How long till it hits? Half hour tops. After that, we're gonna have difficulty keeping up comms with the Normandy.
Yeah, I mean, he's... It's not like the game gives you a big history for him, but his personality is pretty cool. Like, he feels like an organic person. I know organic is a fun, interesting word to use in this game, but organic meaning like... he doesn't feel like he's acting like other characters do. It feels like it's a guy just talking into a mic, like, just chatting with you. So I like that part about him. He was really relatable. So, since I'm playing under that rule where I'm not reviving manually, I'm going to prioritize health and shields, which I kind of already do anyway. Okay, so both Ashley and James have Incendiary. Or no. James has Incendiary. I don't know who I'm thinking of with that. The people who played all three didn't like him. Yeah, the initial reaction was because they thought he was taking up a slot that could have been filled by a new character. Yeah, I get that, but at the same time you need new people. Like, you need someone new at least. I mean, Edie's not really new. She's a new squad member, but she's not a new character. So, without James, you don't really have any new characters. It's pretty much the same characters as before. So he's, like, there for something refreshing. Not saying that the other characters are bad, but you need variety at some point. His class passive should not be Arms Master, it should have been Beefcake. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm leveling up here. I kind of ignore the frag grenade. I do like Carnage a lot, though. Both the power and the person here. Hello, Carnage Panda. Shield recharge delay or power damage. We're gonna kind of do this a little bit. Let's make sure James doesn't die. There we go. Okay, Ashley. I'm gonna need her disruptor ammo here. Yeah, we'll do that. And some kind of concussive shot. Give James the Typhoon. I don't have the Typhoon, unfortunately. I don't have the weapon DLC. Oh yeah, she definitely needs some weapons. Or health shields. Sniper rifle... I'm probably going to keep Ashley on assault rifles most of the time because that's the best thing to use with marksman. Oh, Inferno Grenade. Carnage Panda's favorite power, right? Level 4 for survivability. Do I have any points left? Oh, no. Well, it should be alright. I mean, fortification lowers power usage, so I don't, like... I'm not a huge fan of it, since squad recharge is already so bad. The fortification power makes it even worse. Like, the percentage-wise, it takes an even bigger hit because it's already so long. I'm gonna keep that where it is right now. Concussive. Let's do Inferno Grenade. Could really use that. Inferno Grenade is Beast in 3. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, you can Carnage Panda. You get Typhoon. I think only if you have the weapon pack, though. I don't have any of them. I do have the N7 weapons because of the Collector's Edition, but that's it. The radius is already pretty big, but the damage is not really so important. It's the explosion I'm trying to get, so I'm gonna... Oh wait, that's all the points I have. Okay, well I'm gonna maximize my points for now, because you level up so quickly in this game. Shepard! Let's focus on this a little bit. 100% restoration. Okay. And we have an SMG.
Come on, Lieutenant. It's not that bad.
Doesn't mean it can't kill us.
I'm more worried about the war back on Earth, or the fact
Alright.
that nobody here is reporting.
So we are doing Mars.
Fair enough.
I didn't see it this morning, I think.
What's that?
Sniper. I don't want a sniper. Don't want you. I have the Hurricane. And the Valiant, but that's gonna kill my recharge time. The Avenger's pretty lightweight, but it's still level 1. I'm just gonna use the Hurricane for now. Yeah, I'll give James the Crusader, he's already got it. And Ashley, she's already got the Valiant, okay. I think I just slapped a Harrier on both of them. Yeah, I don't have the Harrier either. That's another DLC weapon. And Cerberus.
Holy shit. They're executed.
Carnage, you think I need a pistol? You sure? I'm gonna pretty much using powers here. I don't want to hurt my recharge time. It's all about them powers in this game. Alright, let's have Ashley blow him up. And I'll do the same. James, activate Incendiary.
I know we're here now.
Boom, boom, boom. Carnage. Concussive.
Okay.
Overload. All the boom booms.
Okay.
Yeah. I've gone through this without a pistol a bunch of times. You have to cause the
What's Cerberus
Pistol.
doing here on Mars?
You have to because the pistol is used for Eva.
You don't know?
Doesn't it give you one though?
If that's what you're asking.
It wasn't.
Like if you don't have one equipped, doesn't it give you one anyway? Because I'm pretty sure I've gone through Mars without a pistol. Like on the heavier classes where you don't use one, you use like assault rifles or shotguns.
Look out!
It's a cutscene Predator. They give you a pistol for the Eva part if you don't have one. Yeah, that's what I thought. But apparently Carnage had a bad experience with it. Apparently he used a different pistol and it messed him up. Don't be like that. The positioning could be better here.
Roger that.
Got a grenade. One important thing about this game is you need to always have an escape route for grenades. They will murder you. Had the Acolyte in the test run.
Yeah, just a few vehicles.
It only gives you one if you don't have one. Okay.
From the inside.
So basically it means don't pick the wrong pistol.
You need a lot more men and firepower to take this place otherwise.
Yeah, the Acolyte pistol's great, but not for killing Eva.
I need a straight answer, Shepard.
Those explosions, yeah, they're great, Killa.
Don't ash me. Do you know anything about this? What is Cerberus doing here?
What makes you think I know what they're up to?
You worked for them.
I think that dialogue
How
there
am I
was
supposed to
only
believe
for
these
a
couple ties?
former romance. When she says, "Don't ash me."
I used them to take down the collectors. That's it.
They rebuilt
I was
it
actually
from
using the
scratch.
Eagle through here because it doesn't
Ship,
have as hideous of
resources.
recoil as the Hurricane,
Let me be clear.
so you get the recoil
I've
system.
had no contact with Cerberus since I
The Hurricane does have an awful
base,
recoil, that is true.
and I have no idea why they're here now or what they want.
But if I'm playing no weapon mods, then I might want to switch weapons once I get better options. Yeah, Carnage. I've also used the Acolyte on Eva and possible just go back and save and do it again. The Overload, Incinerate, Overload explosions tend to be better. I'm gonna say get over it.
You want to hate Cerberus? Fine. But I'm done explaining myself to you.
Huh. Conversation's over now. Equaling the freeze combo.
Are we clear?
Of course. I didn't mean to.
People have all sorts of opinions on how you should play multiplayer, and I just kind of pick what powers I like to use, what are most fun. Now, I do have classes set up for beating higher difficulties, but if I'm just hanging out in silver and even gold, like, sometimes I just do whatever I feel like is fun. Chain drone. I like the rocket, it's high damage. High damage is always fun. Liara. Yeah. I like how James...
Easy there, Lee.
He's moving up, like, with his gun pointed at her.
Shepard, thank the goddess you're alive.
Cerberus assault troops are hilariously incompetent.
Liara.
Cerberus, like, as a whole,
I was
is
worried
just
when the
stupid.
reports came in.
Like, without
They hit
Shepard,
Earth
they
hard.
can't do anything right.
Yeah, it was difficult.
As soon as Shepard started doing stuff for them,
I'm
they
sorry.
were
But
succeeding
why
in
did you come
everything.
here?
And then when Shepard left,
Packard ordered us to come.
they went back to their
Said
old
you'd know what was
selves
going
and
on.
started failing everything they tried to do.
I do.
Hallelujah. Some answers, finally.
Maybe. I've discovered plans for a Prothean device.
Um,
One that could wipe out the Reapers.
Here on Mars?
I go for exploding drone, stuns
In the
everything.
Prothean archives, yes.
I usually do the attack drone version, because I like a long-lasting drone.
Sounds like this weapon might be our best chance to blow the
Sophiston,
Reapers
yeah.
to hell.
It's not a weapon.
In
not
the,
yet. It's plans for a
If you have the
device,
physical
a
version of the
blueprint.
game, the collector's
more than
edition,
we
it
had
comes with an art book,
How do we get
and
it?
it's got some art
archives are just
of
across
squad
that
members, and they
tramway.
talk about Ashley in there,
Assuming
and they
Cerberus
admit
had
in the
locked
art
it
book,
down.
we gave her sex appeal.
What do they
Like,
have?
we totally
Yeah, they
did.
seem hell-bent on catching
They're
you.
not even trying to hide it.
They want what I'm here for. What we were
Doesn't
all
live
here
long
for.
enough anyway on high difficulties.
The Protheans came close to defeating
Well,
the Reapers. They had plans
I
to
guess I
destroy
haven't
them,
used
but
explosive
ran out of
drone
time.
And
to
anything
know
powerful
really
enough
the
to destroy
difference.
the Reapers.
Just
I might try
be
explosive
something
this time,
super
because it worked pretty well for me in Mass Effect 2.
So it's a race to the archives.
She wasn't the same Ash as the first game. Yeah.
We've
I
got
think if
company.
they just made her hair the
Bring it
same,
on.
Not this
it would have been a
time,
lot better.
What?
Get back to the shuttle. If
Plastic.
Cerberus beats us to the archives, I need you covering the exits.
But
Plastic doll. Yeah.
Now, Lieutenant.
Yeah, doll.
They're getting closer. We should take cover.
Looks like they found us.
But, that being said, she's not a bad squad member in the game. Liara, okay. Let's get her passive up to an acceptable level. Health and shields, we're gonna prioritize that. Wow, prioritize that. I'm gonna ignore this for now. And get warp a little bit. I liked the Marine, not what she became. She's still kind of the Marine, but there is not as much of that. At least it's not mentioned as much. She talks about her family still, but a lot of it's just her and Shepard's, like, relationship. Romance or no, she's always talking about, like, how things are between them two. So, singularity hold duration, so it lasts longer, but not much. Additional enemies can be lifted, or radius. I was always confused by that, because if you pick radius, doesn't it get more enemies anyway? She's actually really powerful. Ash is way more powerful in this game, for sure. Everyone kind of is. Alright, let's get her a good ammo power. There we go. I don't know if I'm going to put squad warp ammo. I'll decide that later. I'm going to do detonation, I guess. I'm not an expert on the powers in this game. I'm more of an expert on the first two games. Because these are so, like, there's so many. Like, unique to people. Carnage. Yeah, Carnage makes all my plot decisions. In fact, he already did. Okay, here we go. So, Ashley has Squad Disruptor. We'll go ahead and put that on.
Not a problem for
And then Liara Singularity.
someone with biotics.
Oh yeah, I should have probably made it set to where she can detonate her own stuff.
You can't.
Can you try it?
Hide.
Oh, it kind of worked. Fight, fight, fight. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Alright, we'll try it your way, Tadford.
You're going to need more than guns to finish them.
Oh, I see. I see what you're saying. Can't really hit him, though. Not from here. Because Overload starts the tech burst, Incinerate finishes the tech burst, and then starts a fire
Good.
explosion.
Let's find a way up.
I will keep that in mind.
They've sabotaged the elevator.
Look for another way up. This is a
So you actually had no deaths on the suicide mission? No, I did not.
1 minute we were getting reports of the Reaper invasion.
Killa, if you have not seen
Didn't even
the
realize
highlight
Cerberus
for the
at
Reaper
first.
fight,
Could they be
that's
working
something
with
to
the
see.
Reapers?
And that's,
I
like,
suppose anything's possible.
and that's saying something, because there have been some close deaths, but this Reaper fight, man. Dude, there's nothing like it. I don't want to spoil too much of it for you, but basically everything was going the way of me dying. I should not have lived. And I survived for a very long time when I should not have at all. And ended up beating it. So it was much more difficult than I was expecting, but so satisfying when it was over. Oh, we have a grenade. Whoa! I just saw that grenade out of the corner of my eye. Those things will kill you, like, immediately. It's a little scary. Yeah. It's nuts, man. Like, I'm not the kind of person who would tell my viewers to be like, watch all my videos because they're so amazing, but if you only watch one thing I've done, that is the one to see. That's the defining moment of this entire attempt so far.
We'll need access to the pedway. Controls should be nearby.
Put a chapter into it and it came back 87% altruistic, and I was like, but this chapter is essentially a murder spree. I'm totally lost there, Carnage, I'm sorry. Yeah, murderous, honestly. This dude has lived through so much crap.
Shepard, see if you can gain access.
Because
to
he
the
doesn't
pedway.
use his good luck to help people, Alice. He keeps all the luck for himself.
I can't seem to unlock the live feeds, but
Hey, did you see that? Who's that woman in the vid?
that's Dr. Eva Corey.
Murderous is starting to feel too much estrogen
Any
here.
luck?
Ashley, Liara, now another woman on the screen.
Locked out.
All right, looks like there's construction
misses
nearby.
James.
We can get out on the roof. We can find a way around from there.
I'm going to be so evil when I
Let's
play
move.
these games again. Well, this Shepard is kind of the showcase for evilness. Because he's supposed to be 100% renegade. These datapads are kind of funny, if you want to read them. I'm not going to do all of them, but they're pretty creative. We got a level, I think. And we're going to continue defense matrix. Tech power damage or shield recharge. Well, if I combine that with fitness recharge, then I'll have a 30% recharge bonus. So I'm going to do that. That end of the suicide mission where you bent reality and came out on top. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Never went 100% evil. It's awesome to be renegade. Hello, Angel of Phoenix. I should play Renegade at some point. Oh, we got more people besides me. That's right. I'll get her the first stasis just so she... Wow, just so she has it. Cannot form words. Enunciate.
Storm's getting closer.
After Mars here, I'm planning on doing
That tram heads to the archives.
um,
Once Cerberus is across,
the next
there are
obvious
final
one, which is
security
getting Primar Victus on Palaven's Moon, and then after that I'm going to go to Eden Prime and get Javik. Renegade is heart-wrenching, Tadford, I know.
Repeat.
checkpoints. This airlock shouldn't be open. Doesn't look like it was forced. No, you have to.
Sofston, you've only done
override
Femship. Well,
protocols.
I would consider trying it.
Someone vented the
It
air from this room while
makes
they
the
were
whole
still
experience
here.
feel like a new
Looks
game,
like
almost.
they claw their way out. This is brutal, even by Cerberus standards.
Bubble Stasis is very OP, really? It's, I found it difficult to actually get it to capture enemies that I want it to capture. Like, more than the initial one, of course. Alright, here we go.
There's an Alliance force in here somewhere.
I like their
Get them away from the core.
discussion.
Check the next room. It's dark in there. Want me to shut the windows? No, not unless you want to decompress this room too. I don't see anyone.
I love startling them like that. Incendiary grenade. You're all gonna die. I messed that up a little bit. Aha! Javik, you mean for Space Jamaica? I like Javik. I like his voice, I like Javik the character, I like his dialogue. He's a great guy.
We need to pressurize the room first.
You didn't shoot Morden? What kind of renegade are you? Not a true renegade.
There we go. We have access to the labs. They'll take us
I
back to the
have
trans
never
station.
shot Morden either.
Hey, looks like there's a recording of what happened here.
Technically I did, but I reloaded because I couldn't handle it.
Security station.
So I've never kept that choice.
Odd activity down here.
Femship is so much better. How Jennifer Hill delivers the dialogue so good. That is the common opinion, and it might be true. But even if you find her better, playing a different gender is still worth it because you experience things you can't experience with Femship.
I guess we know how Cerberus got in.
I should have
Javik
realized it when I
Prothean
met
rifle
her.
and James with the
I
squad and
was just
senior
so
ammo is
focused on
essentially
finding a way to stop the
essential
Reapers.
for Reaper missions. I do bring James on most Reaper missions, that is true.
You did what needed to be done. Right now, I need you to get us to the archives.
Yeah, Jennifer Hale
Through
is
the door.
very
Getting
talented.
close.
Nice. Let's move.
Wow, that conversation was cut short. Renegade option basically says shut up. Alright, we're going to start to have Centurions.
Around the tram station. No one gets in or out. Do you read me?
Let's give Liara something better. Let's have her use the Eagle. I'll make her equip that.
I will.
Don't like the particle rifle, I tried really hard to like it. I've never used it myself, like on Shepard, or in multiplayer for that matter. Oh crap, hold on. Oh, never mind, we're good. Yeah, Ashley, stay on the Avenger, that's fine. Because beam weapon. Really?
Sounds like the Alliance has sent reinforcements.
This is, what, the 4th time we found Cerberus unaware of me? We've ambushed them like almost every fight. Incendiary. explosions are so fun. Alright, let's get him. The other guy. Can't quite see him.
I'm on it.
That's the wrong power. Oh, he's probably dead. Centurions are over here. Another grenade for Ashley. Gonna stop you right there. I haven't used drone in a while. Forgot I had it. Oh. A lot of guys there. Let's blow them up. I'm still getting used to my hotkeys here. I'm so behind on chat. Remember the hype for this game was so real, the good old days? Yeah, dude. I played the first two to prepare for the hype. I wanted to be a part of it. So hit scan weapons so everything affects it. Yeah, I'm so behind, I don't know what that's about. Their helmets block out all the noise. They probably don't. I think Cerberus is just recruiting random people and putting Reaper tech in inexperienced troops to make them, like, tougher but not smarter. Okay, need to make sure I have an escape route in case a grenade comes over here. Can I dangle you? Huh, good enough. Wrong person. Should have hit you. Starfinder, and I now emerge from my sleep and watch this live stream. Hello, Starfinder. How are you doing? We are just starting Mass Effect 3, as you can see.
Got it.
And it's going pretty well. I'm still getting used to the hotkeys that are for this game. I mean, technically they can be the same, but... Oh! Biotic detonation. $70 inches. Is that a TV? Oh shoot. Hey, buddy. Okay. Try that, Alice. No info on the wiki about ammo not working on the PR particle rifle. Just to mention that it uses all ammo less effectively. Gotcha. Yeah, it may not be the best weapon for a squad member. Missed him. I was trying to get the guy on fire. Come out of there. Well, I am not putting on quite a show as I was hoping. Still getting used to the Mass Effect 3 combat. But I'm like, no ammo.
What's that smell?
They just activated the decontamination protocols.
With the staff still inside.
This game is the easiest one out of all in my perspective. Yeah. I agree. Waiting for it to be angled the right way. There we go. Is my mouse? Yeah, my mouse is being dumb.
This is where they studied the various relics unearthed here.
Really?
What did they find?
Yeah, it's not... Oh my gosh. I'm an engineer, as I've been since the beginning.
More than I could describe in a short conversation. And they'd only scratched the surface.
This mouse
There are
is
filled
not
with
playable right
data
now.
troves that have never